When we delve into the world of fantasy, it's often the journey of epic proportion, a tale between destinies clashing, a family playing a Game of Thrones, characters finding themselves reborn into a new world where the rules are rewritten, waiting to carve out their destinies. Fantasy is grand and expansive. It's always presented challenges and quests larger than life itself. But what if we press pause? What if we shift our gaze from these ginormous dragons and monumental battles to appreciate the world around us? The daily interactions that weave the fabric of our lives and build a community. Enter Frieren's Beyond Journey's End, a series that brings a refreshing twist to the fantasy genre. It's nothing grand or spectacular, but it deals with something as simple as time. In this video, we will explore how Frieren takes these seemingly ordinary elements of everyday life and transforms them into something of pure wonder. The story of Frieren begins where most stories end. They defeat the demon lord. Our heroes come back as saviors of the realm. But for Frieren, this celebration feels more like a brief pit stop in her timeless existence. As the party gathers for one last hurrah, they discuss the future's dreams and their plans beyond this adventure. Frieren's thoughts drifts to just going back to her adventures and collecting spells. She mentions to them that one day she hopes to see them all together, and she does. She comes back after 50 years later.
And me, I'm 56 years old. Damn!
Then enter Himmel. Himmel was a vibrant young hero, the main leader of the party, and was very young-blooded. Next time we see him, he's pretty old. Himmel enjoys reliving his past glories with his party again, and is thankful for Frieren for taking him on his last journey. Soon after, he passes. Frieren is left bittersweet, regretting not to fully embrace their friendship. She comes to understand that human existence is fleeting and moments slips through her fingers. Driven by a newfound aspiration for life and time itself, she sets out to immerse herself in the world of mortals, eager to learn all about their experiences and all they have to offer. She even takes on an apprentice, a human apprentice. As soon as the show starts, it literally throws in our face that time is the concept. I mean, it's a character within itself. It's fascinating to see how Frieren, our immortal protagonist, dances through the ages. Take for instance the interaction between her and her companions after Himmel's death. It's a delightful game of spot the difference. We get to see her interact with them in funny ways. She's surprised at her apprentice's new height, also known as Frieren, but the reason why I'm just going to call her the apprentice, because her name and the main characters is just hard for me. Just let me be anyways. But I think for me personally, what was really showing that the concept of time is important in this is when they come face to face with a demon. He was sealed away 80 years ago for his sheer ferocity. Frieren, the apprentice, it's a walk in the park for her. But back in the days, it was something that could level towns and people. It's just a very interesting way to see how time flows, even though it's very quick in our eyes. Just funny how an attack can be so devastating one time, but child's play in another. It's moments like these that truly elevate Frieren. Remember the famous saying, it's not about the destination but the friends we made along the way? This story truly portrays that. In the landscape of fantasy, as mentioned before, the storytelling seems to be about an epic journey. Something big and grand. Destroy the One Ring. Become Elden Lord. Survive. Fuck every person you can. Wait a minute. Frieren presents a contained narrative, focusing on the everyday lives of its characters. I think later down the line the world will open up a bit more, especially with this current arc, but it's still very compact in the best way possible. I'm enjoying the everyday life of people we meet, the odd occasion of fun and battles. It's almost a peek into the daily lives of an ordinary person through the lens of Frieren, who brings a unique perspective to mundane existence. Through her eyes, we learn to cherish every moment, to savor the simple pleasures and appreciate the companions we walk alongside with. I think a good example of this is when we met our local priest. He lived in a village and had a friend. His friend decided to become an adventurer and go on his own quest. It's been years since he's seen him and he's always regretted never joining him. Sooner or later, Frieren comes and insists that he goes out and look for him. Even if he is dead, he will have memories of being an adventurer, and he will never truly know if he is alive because he never took that first step. He decides to join the party, and later at a certain point they have to diverge. He's one of my favorite characters, and I was honestly interested in him staying, but the story needed him to diverge. And I think it's something beautiful because he decided to take his own path, but he was always grateful for taking the first step. For us, it was a few episodes, something very short, fleeting almost, and it's these story elements that truly make Frieren great. Frieren presents both a world contained and expansive, where the smallest moments carry the biggest weight. Simple gestures can change someone's destiny. Narrative that celebrates the everyday, the ordinary, and the connections forged. In the end, it's not about the destination, but about the friends we made along the way. See, there's a reason why I said that. It's not about the hero who lived a great life, but about the man who got to relive his past glories. It's not about the young priest who wished he could have been an adventurer, but the young priest seeking out to see his friend. It's not about the immortal mage living forever, but about the immortal mage learning to cherish fleeting moments. Frieren is a series that dares to defy the conventional epic journey, explores the profound beauty of life itself. As I'm speaking, I'm looking at my script at this conclusion, it just shows me that Frieren is something just unique and beautiful in its own way that no other fantasy show has been able to capture. Something so mundane but so epic at the same time. Something so contained but so enormous at the same time. It's truly something wonderful.